How's it going, folks? It's Lobo, and welcome back to the channel. And of course, if you're interested in catching my DC fandom reaction playlist, that is in the description, because right now we're going to be talking about Dune. And I can't lie, at no point did I ever imagine myself watching this movie. I know that might be a bit of a shocker, but generally speaking, I only watch movies that interest me, and a large part of that is, quite frankly, only superhero movies, unfortunately. I'm not very diverse when it comes to cinema, but just being honest, that is part of the reason why I had no interest in this movie. Another reason is because, generally speaking, this is as far as I'm aware, this is a book to live action translation type of film, and I don't really watch those, nor do I think those are the best types of movies, unfortunately. Anytime I watched a book to movie sort of translation or adaptation, I think it's not, even though I necessarily didn't read the particular book, I just don't think it does as well as it could if it was just something brand new entirely. So that was a factor to this movie, as well as this just being a topic or genre or just a film title, whatever you want to call it, that I've never heard of until it started marketing. I'm like, what is this? What is Dune? Also, I think this came out in the 80s. There was a film also about this in the 80s. So, like, this is sort of technically the remake. So that's interesting. I'm not trying to prejudge anything. I'm sure this is going to be a good film, or fun at the very least. But, again, it's just not something that I would generally watch on, like, a usual day. This is just not something you'd see me going out of my way with to watch. But I am aware that it has a star-studded cast. It's kind of like a, if you want to say NFL or NBA super team, where they're just like, you have talent, you have talent, you have talent, let's come together, we'll make a super team. Because we have, as far as I'm aware, oh God, I'm going to get the name wrong. Timothy Camelot, like Knights of the Camelot, kind of. His last name's Camelot. I'm pretty sure he's like in the new Willy Wonka movie. Or, well, he's playing Willy Wonka in like the new movie. I'm like, wow, that's an interesting casting choice. He kind of looks the part, though, so it's funny because he's such a big name in recent years in sort of Hollywood, and I've just never seen anything he's in. I have seen clips of him, though. If you know what I'm talking about, then it's good, because he was in this film with Robert Pattinson. I didn't watch the film, but since I'm a fan of Robert Pattinson, I just watch his clips because he has such a wide range of acting skills, in particular with his voice. And he was playing like I think a French king. If you know what I'm talking about, he was like a giant horse with a tiny cock. Just, you know what I'm talking about? It's so dumb, but the funny thing about that movie is I think Timothy Camelot, I don't know why I'm thinking of Timothy Lee. That's weird. He's French, like he's a French actor, and Robert Pattinson is English, British, whatever you want to call it. And their roles were inverted. So in the movie, Timothy was playing an English dude and Robert Pattinson was playing a French dude. So it was like a cool switcheroo. But you have him in the movie, Josh Brolin, you got Thanos in here, Jason Momoa, Aquaman, which I just reacted to. If you're interested in that movie reaction, that's in the description as well. Zendaya's in here, Oscar Isaac, the soon-to-be Moon Knight. I think there's someone else. Some other, like, big name. Yeah, I think Dave Bautista's in here, too. It's just, again, it's just one of those star-studded casts, which doesn't necessarily mean the movie's just going to be good, because a lot more goes into acting rather than just having a popular name. But, I mean, we'll see. The only thing I can compare this movie to is, quite frankly, Avatar. Again, genre, visuals, they might be different, but it's the same sort of premise of having a movie that's so visually impactful, it sort of changes how movies are regarded. Because I remember in 2009 watching Avatar in theaters, and I was blown out of my mind on how it looked. To this day, somehow, it still holds up. And I talked about this in my Aquaman reaction. Aquaman is one of the visually, from a visual standpoint, one of the most impressive movies I've ever seen, but it goes second to Avatar on the basis that Avatar just felt more realistic when it comes to physics and animations, because they did a lot of mocap, so everything felt genuine and how this would be applied to actual scientific matter and movements and such. But again, Avatar's visuals just still hold up, and it's such a beautiful movie. I know it might have sort of a Dance with the Wolves generic plot, but I thought it was handled very well. But again, it's something to go to for the sight, and even the sound too. Sound design was awesome. But again, this movie sort of gives me the same vibes in terms of what they're trying to bring to the table, with not just, hey, this is just a cool. I think it involves space of some sort. But it's more from, this is going to be a very visually impressive movie, and it's going to be an experience rather than a watch. That's the impression I get from this movie. So I'm going in with the same open mind that I did with Avatar, and I hope to be sort of blown away. Some funny thing about this too is the director said that they were mad, which I completely understand, because I am shocked that this movie is on HBO Max for free. I know you pay the subscription fee every month, but there's no like Disney Plus $30 locker. I forget what it is. The premiere access. No, this movie's just flat out. You can watch it if you're on HBO Max, which again I'm shocked by, and the director is too. They pulled the same thing with Tenet, which I'm gonna watch in a couple weeks, and Christopher Nolan was like not happy about that so much that he went and signed with. I think he signed with Universal because of that. But man. The director, I forget their name, but I think they directed like Blade Runner 2047 or 9. Some other like big movies that are visually impressive, but they said that this is akin to watching, if you watch it at home, akin to, it was either a yacht or a speedboat, driving a yacht or a speedboat in a bathtub, which is quite the analogy, but it's true. Obviously, if you lack the hardware, you're not going to get the best of experience, because a movie theater experience on a large screen, surround sound, rumbling chairs, and the crisp quality, it's obviously there's no comparison. And especially even so, when you compare it to what I'm watching this movie on, I have a TV. This is not technically a monitor, so when I plug it in from my computer to my TV, it downgrades it. So really, I only get like 720p. And this is also, my TV is only 22 inches, so I have this tiny ass thing, and I'm about to watch this visual spectacle where they're like, oh, you're driving it in a bathtub, when I really am. Because I can understand if some people have like a 4K Ultra HD 70 inch or whatever, but not everyone has that. I certainly don't. My desk is a mess, and this is the best I can do. So I have this small ass TV that has shit quality, and I'm about to watch Dune and piss off the director. So yeah. We're just going to get started here because, like I said, I'm just going into this with an open mind. I don't expect anything. I have no idea what the plot is about. I don't know any characters. I know nothing. I haven't even seen the trailer. I've seen, like, clips. That would be a lie. I've seen clips, but I haven't sat down and watched the full trailer. I'm pretty sure this takes place on space. It looks like Mars, honestly. I saw, like, a desert world. So I don't know if there's going to be, like, space travel to go to other places or whatnot. So yeah, with that being said, we're just going to get started. I'm semi-excited. Again, it's just tempering expectations. If you go in low, you have a higher chance of coming out like, wow, that was amazing. So I hope to be at that level once we're done. So yeah, here we go, man. So I just loaded up HBO Max, and the specs on this movie, of course, are 4K Ultra HD Dolby Vision, which is very nice to see. But of course, on my TV, I'm not getting that, and I'm really missing out on the full experience. So I imagine myself having the same reaction I did with Aquaman, where I like regret my life because I didn't watch it on the big screen. And this is really what the director was protesting against. So, I mean, here we are. We're rebels. So yeah, let's get this started. And also under the title, there's just like no description of what the plot is. It's just like, here's the adaptation of the book with an award-winning director. So I have, again, no idea what this movie's about. But Jesus Christ, it's 2 hours and 35 minutes. This is a very long movie, so let's plow through it because I want to be here forever. What? Okay. Legit, the movie started off with great alien talk. Wonderful. I kind of see the cliche in it. Because it looks like Mars, and Mars is a desert, and this movie's called Dune. Like sand dunes. Ha 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 ha. I see what you did there.
Outsiders, the Harkonnens, came long before I was born.
There he is. Man, he looks weird like that. He looks like Tombstone from Spider-Man. Did I just come up with a great casting choice?
Imperial decree. They were gone.
Looks like Stormtrooper lineup right now. Part 1? Wait, does it mean the movie split? Like during the course of this movie, or is this gonna be like a second one? That's interesting. Year 10,191. Wow. Okay, there's a lot of names. The Harkonnens, and they're the spice thieves.
Give me the water.
The glass can't hear you. Come on me.
Give me the water.
I know Jesuit skills take years to learn, Paul. You look tired. More dreams?
Only the native tribes known as the Fremen have adapted well enough.
This kind of looks like it would be an amazing video game.
Long exposure to spice has given the tribe their characteristic blue eyes, the eyes of Ibad.
That's why their eyes are blue.
Without spice, interstellar travel is impossible, making it by far the most valuable substance in the universe.
Interesting. So, the Imperials or whatever use it for space travel, and then the Farum, that's the blue-eyed tribe, they use it for, like, health purposes. Okay, that's interesting. All those helmets.
I am smiling.
The Mad Titan.
How much will it cost them?
House Atreides shall immediately take control of Arrakis.
There is no call we do not answer. There is no faith that we betray.
Accepts.
Atreides. House Atreides. And their planet's called Arrakis. And then the Farum are the blue-eyed spice scavengers or whatever. The man himself.
Oh boy.
Hey. The Fremen.
So I do find them. There you go. That's a good omen right there, right? Not gonna die.
You're not taking me seriously.
That's why you want to come with me. Listen. Dreams make good stories.
A great man doesn't seek to lead. He's called to it.
Are you the new weapons master?
With Duncan, Idaho gone, I must make do as best I can.
The hell is that? Armor? Oh, that's so cool! Dead.
The slow blade penetrates the shield. But look down, my lord. You're to join me in death. I see you found the mood.
That tech is so cool. It's the best way to train. I still don't know his name. They mention it, but I misheard.
Your eyes, I need to see it in your eyes. You never met Harkonnens before. I have. They're not human, they're brutal.
Those were like the Harkonnens were like the soldiers we saw in the beginning wearing black and hoarding the spice. Guide Prime, homeworld of House Harkonnen. Yeah. I'm gonna have a very hard time with these names. They don't exactly roll off the tongue.
Give it to that Duke! How?
Don't be too sure it's an act of love.
Polka dot man.
When as a gift, not a gift.
Oh, it's Dr. Eric Selvig.
Paul, wake up.
Paul. Oh, his name is Paul. I love how they're an extravagant universe in the future with all these house Harkonnen or whatever, Ericus, and his name is Paul. So he's dreaming, and that's like unique for some reason. I mean, he keeps seeing the Ferrum people.
You must do everything that my reverend mother tells you.
Miss my mother in her own house.
Come here. Kneel.
How dare you use the voice on me?
The voice? The vocal version of the Force?
Instant death. The test is simple.
Fear is the mind killer.
If you had been unable to control your impulses like an animal, we could not let you live.
On Arrakis.
Have you dreamt of her before?
Many times.
Goodbye, young human. I hope you live.
It's odd. It's not like traditional storytelling that I'm accustomed to, but it's interesting. I won't lie.
So much potential wasted in a male. You were told to bear only daughters, but you in your pride. If he is the one, he has a long way to go. His sight is barely awakened, and now he goes into the fire.
They wanted her to have a daughter to inherit the power, not him. That's curious. So they believe because he's a male and he has the power, he's some sort of special figure because it's non-traditional, I guess. And as you say, his power's not even fully awakened and he's stepping into a fire.
We've been carefully crossing bloodlines to bring forth
The one.
a mind.
Okay. Breeding a specific bloodline. So he can sort of tap into the future, is what I'm gathering. Is that why he keeps having a vision of the girl, and then, as he said earlier, Duncan, like he foresaw his death? And the set design on this movie is very unique. That's a very weird ship. Looks like a coral tube. So this is them landing on Arrakis, that desert place. The Dune place I was talking about. I was gonna say, it sounds just like a... Man, that's crazy. 10,000 years into the future, and you still have... I mean, I'm assuming this is based on Earth exploring, and I don't know. It said the year 10,000, so... I don't know if this is the advanced human race or whatever, but they have bagpipes, like, come on.
How does it feel to walk on a new world? Exciting, to say the least.
Those are cool. Man, that's... I mean, it's not a helicopter, but that is just so cool. It kind of looks like a dragonfly. Because it has the 4 wings and then the tail. It just looks like a dragonfly to me. It's very cool. I'm a huge fan of the set pieces and sort of the design of their technology and such.
Shield wall protects the city from the weather and the worms.
Oh, that's right. They have desert worms.
Well, the hand of God is wreaking havoc on our comm system.
To shower, you scrub your ass with sand, my lord. That's what they say.
That's what they say.
Sun is getting too high. Does the planet heat up too much when the sun rises? Oh, kind of like a desert.
To harm me. I must warn you, whatever you're hiding, it won't be enough.
Dude, Paul's mom is a beast, bro. She has so much knowledge. Oh, that's a cool dagger. It's like a bone dagger.
It's a make. Maker of the deep desert.
Why was she telling that guard in, like... I mean, it looks like sign language, but obviously for here, I would imagine it's a different type of language altogether, but, I mean, technically it's still sign language. Anyway, why was she saying, be ready for violence, like she was about to stab her? That's weird. They didn't go through with it, though. I'd imagine those are, like, the only trees on this planet.
Each one of these drinks every day the equivalent of 5 men. 20 palm trees. 100 lives.
20 palm trees, 100 lives. They use people's water on the trees. Damn.
While reaching 400 meters in length, to avoid making the sandwalk, a dance-like motion with irregular rhythm, which...
That's so cool. I'm telling you, in a video game, this sort of narration to learn the mythology and the lore would be so awesome. It's a little assassin ship, I'm thinking. I mean, that's definitely not a bug. Use the voice. Use your thum. Wrong franchise.
It's a hunter seeker. The operator must be nearby.
6 weeks ago, ran the hunter seeker through a water pipe inside the walls. Sire, my honor demands.
They tried to take the life of my son! I don't give a damn about your honor. You want absolution? Go catch some spies.
Huh, they're trying to assassinate Paul. He was... I don't mean to rhyme, but he was hiding in the wall.
Leave.
What is that, bro? Oh, that's disgusting.
Our pet.
Oh my god, what kind of spider is that?
It must never be known.
There's no satellites over Iraqis. My desert. My Iraqis.
Damn, look at him.
My Dune.
Ah, you said it.
These are spice silos. We're meant to fill every crate.
Long overdue. We'll get a bit of Imperial protection.
A hostage. I love it.
Hidden in the desert in a community called the Siege. Stilgar, the leader of that siege, has come with me to meet you, sire.
How big was the place?
I'd say 10,000 people. And there are hundreds of sieges.
Millions of Fremen.
Harkin, estimate was 50,000 on the whole planet.
No, they're way off.
Well done.
Thank you, my lord.
Sire.
He trimmed his beard.
Sir, I respect the personal dignity of any man that respects mine.
Hold for the gift of your body's moisture. We accept it in the spirit in which it was given.
No way that's a tradition. Or a greeting in their... Okay. Very interesting culture.
But your sieges will be yours forever. And you will never be hunted while I govern here.
That's very honorable. I must go. That's all I have to say to you.
Won't you stay?
Oh, interesting. Probably from his dreams or whatever.
And still suits and sand compactors and all kinds of ingenious things.
What the hell is a sand compactor?
Dude, his beard gets smaller and smaller every scene. Pretty soon it'll be a skeleton. What the hell kind of hot air balloon is that, bro?
With your permission, sire, I must check the integrity of your system.
Oh. It's alright.
I love how loyal they are.
It cools the body and recycles the water lost to sweat. You'll find a tube to allow you to drink the recycled water.
Oh.
Working order, your
Drink your recycled sweat, bro. Oh, that's nasty.
Your desert boots are fitted slip fashion at the ankles. Who taught you to do that?
Seemed the right way. Are you Fremen?
I am accepted in both siege and village.
I mean, she has the blue eyes of the Fremen. So because he tucked his boots in a specific way, she's like, huh, you must have done this before. But he just kind of knew how to do it. Okay, now this is like a real desert. This is a real Dune!
You wouldn't want to go down out there. It's worm territory.
Oh yeah, the giant-ass worms. We'll definitely see a sandworm. They're teasing them so much.
You see these spotter aircraft looking for worm sign.
Worm sign?
If you are patient, you should see one.
This whole scene is giving me anxiety for some reason. Probably because I feel like something bad's gonna happen.
Shield's a death sentence in the desert. It attracts the worms and drives them into a killing frenzy.
Damn, he's got a good eye.
Big one. You have good eyes. Worm sign north and east of you. 3.7 kilometers.
I would not want to be down there.
So what happens now?
They'll call a carryall to lift the crawler.
Of course. Always. Always something goes wrong. Oh, they're screwed. That sucks.
We'll find a way.
Holy shit. God, this scene is awesome. It's very tense. Because I watch so many movies and video games and shows, I just know how storytelling works, and I feel like this would be the scene for Paul's father to die. I just have a feeling, because I know how storytelling works, and this seems like the sort of sacrificial leadership part where now he has to step up because he's seeing how his father sort of paved the way. Lead by example. I can't believe they didn't do an equipment check beforehand. Ah, bro, that gives me so much anxiety.
Where are they? Damn the spice! I want every man off that crawler now!
Whose voice is that? You're not hearing the worm talk, right? Man, running in sand is so hard. That's a big worm. You haven't even seen it yet, you're just seeing it go under the sand. If it can eat or demolish that kind of machinery, it must be enormous. I mean, what was it, 300 meters? So it must be girthy too. Alright, go up now.
It's the world. And keep the world for his people.
Holy shit, man. It has like very brittle teeth. It looks like a whale. Oh my god, bruh. That looks so weird. I was wrong about his dad then. I'm kind of glad though, because that would have been too, like, I saw that coming.
You cannot take such risks.
Yes, sir.
You have responsibilities.
I'm sorry, sir. It won't happen again.
Go.
Yeah, I didn't want his dad to die, but I was just saying I felt like that could have been a moment.
It's plain to see. Everything they've left us is in shambles. We've been set up to fail.
That carryall was just old. The desert isn't kind to equipment.
Not necessarily sabotage, but not really trying to help them either, because after all, they're invaders. Oh, her again? She's wearing sandals in the desert. It's beach time. Here it is. The beginning of the movie, though. No subtitles. I have no idea what they're saying, man. How is that a language? Oh, and they're like drinking rain blood. Oh my god, they are! I was gonna say rain blood, but it's people blood. But isn't Atreides working for the Emperor? Why is the Emperor giving the Harkonnens, the bad people, more weapons to fight the Atreides? I don't get that.
There's something you need to know about Paul.
No. Don't think I want to know.
Oh, they're definitely under attack. Don't do it, don't do it, it's a trap. Oh, shit. Oh. Oh no. The doctor? What? Holy shit, man. Oh, that's so cool how it sort of buffers or staggers with the shield, but... Man, this fortress was doomed from the start. Doomed from the start. Ha 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 ha. I'm such an asshole. Man, the shots when it lights up the sky, that's incredible. That's such a sick visual. This feels like a Celtic battle with this music. You are outnumbered, holy shit. Attack from behind, man. They're pinched.
I had no choice. The Harkonnens have my wife, Mona. Breathe out, and you will fill the air with poison. It will be your last breath.
I mean, the doctor's not bad, but he's blackmailed. I mean, he's trying to help him out, obviously. That just sucks. I knew his dad would die, but I just didn't know the particular moment. Because you just, again, as a storytelling, from a storytelling standpoint, you just obviously know it's part of the hero's journey, his loss. Damn, he looks awesome there. Damn, Atreides got clapped. I mean, attack by night. Alright, let's see how Duncan fights. Because apparently he's like the leader. Well, not the leader, but you know what I mean. The best soldier. And he's also the Aquaman. Damn, bro. I mean, you kind of saw something like this happening, but it sucks to see it. Oh, shit, that shield. Man, those shields are so clutch. Oh, that was sick. It was like a falcon dive. Holy shit, he really can levitate. Or is he just so tall? I can't tell. I knew he was doing that so his mom could. Holy shit. At the moment, his mom is stronger. Yo, he needs to get the MVP and the playing field right now.
Give me the knife.
Yo, that's so overpowered. It's a little freaky, but it's cool. Alright. Hop in the driver's seat and go up. You're literally gonna attract the worms. Oh, they can remotely cut the power. Holy shit, she can move in the sand! Oh my god! See how fast, and she's running uphill! What a shot. But Jesus, dude, his mom has wheels. I don't think he even knows his dad is dead. Well, dying, because he still has, like, the poison tooth thing. They're gonna have to do, like, that sand walk they showed.
You have a wonderful Pixie cousin.
His cousin? They're related? Did I hear that right? He wasn't eating people, right? Because they were, like, harvesting their blood in an earlier scene. They're not cannibals. They're humanoid. I don't know if they're really humans, though.
Deliver my wife from her agony.
Yes.
He's not gonna do it. Nobody upholds their end of the bargain. You should know that.
So join her.
In death. I don't know why. It's him sitting there in that weird floating chair, completely naked with the beard and the hair. It looks like an early Renaissance type of painting. Because it's very... He activated the shield. Poison ain't gonna work. He put his shield on. I think she can sense it.
The Emperor sent us here to die.
So I was right. Well, I said I was confused because the Emperor also hired people for the... I can never pronounce the name right. The Harkonnens? So I was like, how... If he wants to win a war, why is he helping the opposing side? So I guess that's what he wanted, to get rid of House Atreides. Damn, this choreography. You can tell it's CG, though. He's got the blue eyes there.
Get off me! You did this to me!
Scared the shit out of me.
Desert made me a freak!
Sweat and tears. That's good.
It's so disgusting. Recycled water, bro. Oh my god. Oh, please. Why do they always kill the cute shit? Oh, please do not harm it. I know he's drinking his own sweat, but he's so cute. Oh my god. That was the thing he saw in the hologram.
I'm so sorry. Your father.
We know.
My Lord Duke.
That's right. That's crazy, dude. Oh, lineage and responsibility. I love how there's still a bunch of honorable people, though. I love how, like, when command passes, they instantly bow. I know it's very formal, but I just love honorable people, even if it's set in customs and such.
With the Sardaukar. You know it.
So, the Emperor's taken aside.
Still a little confused. The Sardaukar and the Harkonnens teamed up to get rid of the Atreides, but the Atreides were originally sent by the Emperor, so like he pulled a double cross, or as she said, picked a side. Oh, plants. It's crazy because this movie's so barren. When you finally see plants, it's like, wow, it's so vibrant. Oh my god, bro. This is the most disgusting shit I've ever seen. I don't know. Well, they spit when they greet each other, but I don't know if they're gonna do that to like recycle water again, because they love to drink sweat and spit and tears, bro. Oh my god, that's so nasty.
Fremen speak of the Lasan al-Gaib. Careful. A voice from the outer world who will lead them to paradise.
Don't overstep your place. Or get cocky.
As Emperor Dr. Kynes, I can make a paradise for Arrakis with a wave of my hand.
Oh, they really are drinking that. Oh my god, bro. Oh god, don't tell me it's gonna be a sandworm pop up. Okay. I got all silent all of a sudden. Oh shit. Stealth. That's why. Stealth tactics. Man, he was making some bold plays there. If I'm Emperor. My new empire! Where have I heard that before? Damn, bro, they legit come out of the sand. Damn, bro. They really want him dead. I mean, the Emperor's trying to wipe out House Atreides, but... Yo. This is just straight up Jason Momoa, bro. This ain't even Duncan at this point. Because he can do this in real life.
I'm Fremen. The desert's my home.
I mean, the eyes gave it away. How did nobody know that for so long? Better hurry up. It's gonna attract the sandworms. What the hell is she doing? Doubt, okay. This music makes the scene a little weird. What was her plan though? Was she gonna like grapple it? Yo. If I'm going down, you're going down with me. Well, she died, finally a believer in Paul. Oh, that's so cool and creepy. It was like there technically the whole time. Well, not the whole time, but that transition, bro, that was sick. Oh my god, bro. Ah, he's spinning out of control. Oh, this would be so cool to see a sandworm just chilling in the light in the storm. Be like Godzilla. I'm assuming at this point Thanos died. Because I haven't seen Josh Brolin in a while.
Let's join it. We must flow with it.
Oh, it's so cool. Oh, well. Nothing ever goes right. Y'all better get the hell out of there. I know it was a rough landing, but you guys need to move. It's a lot brighter out there all of a sudden. It was like a dusty cloud. Now it's like perfectly clear. I mean, I knew they were up in the clouds, but even when they were crashing, it looked a lot cloudier. Oh, his original vision, okay. When he first told Duncan about like his dream, seeing him dead.
Come with me. Like the Fremen do. It's called a sandwalk. At least
yes.
phone books back home.
Finally, the sandwalk. Now you do the moonwalk. That sucks to do it on an incline. All your thighs must be destroyed. And they've been doing this all day. It's kind of weird. It's like an island. The sand is the ocean, and you don't want to be in it. It's kind of like the game I forgot. God damn, it's been so long since I played. Like the floor is lava, so you have to get on objects and not touch the floor. Why would you do that? I know you wanted to see if it was hollow, but oh, it is way faster than them. Yo, look at it! Holy shit, bro. What is it doing?
Someone set off a thumper.
Oh. Okay, someone set off a thing to make it like listen and go there. I was like, why is it like flexing its throat at him? So somebody saved them. I thought it was gonna be like a sentient worm. Like, I have been searching for you.
Bolt, to Caladan, you will be well rewarded.
What wealth can you offer beyond the water in your flesh?
The boy is young. He can't learn our ways. He may have sanctuary.
Yo, what is happening? They're gonna try to kill his mom, then raise him? The hell? Like, he'll let that slide. His mom's a beast, bro. You better watch out.
Peace, woman. Peace.
Knock.
Oh my god, bro. Why is everyone's tradition in this film so bizarre?
The strongest leads.
Sayadina.
Then who will fight in her name?
Jamis, don't do this.
I knew he'd step up. He's foreseeing his own death.
It's made from a tooth of Shai-Hulud, the great sandworm.
I knew it was a bone sword. It's the tooth of the worm. That's awesome.
Jonas is a good fighter. He won't let you suffer.
Johnny. May thy knife chip and shatter.
Holy shit, he's clowning him! Damn, he did kill him.
For the strength of your people. My road leads into the desert.
Oh shit, man. Man, his vision's coming to life of him joining them. What?
This is only the beginning.
Was that the lady I said was gonna grapple and ride it as a joke and she really is? And she said this is only the beginning. Ah, don't tell me this is the end of the movie, because it said part 1 for this. Oh my god, bro. They really ended off with this is only the beginning. Shit, bro! I can't believe it. Is there like an end credit scene? I don't know. I don't think there would be for this type of movie. Yeah, I'm looking at the credits. I don't see anything. Oh my god, bro. Well, there we have it. Dune. As I said earlier, before my pre-reaction, pre-discussion sort of thing that I like to do, I said it would be one of those films where, of course, at the end, I'm like, wow, I enjoyed that a lot more than I thought I would. And, of course, it came true, because, come on. That's honestly what happens to every damn film I watch on this channel. You just gotta give things a chance. And I did enjoy this. I won't lie. It's not what I expected. Man, I was just fumbling for words there, but what I'm trying to say is this film really was not what I thought it was. I had a degree to which I thought the film was going to be, and it just wasn't anything close. I don't know what impression I had about this movie prior to going in. I was under the assumption that it would do with space travel, which it did, but not as much as I anticipated. Again, it was just me comparing it to Avatar, even though in Avatar, they stuck on a singular planet, technically. And in this, they did the same with Arrakis, very arachnid, the desert, the dune. And visually, I liked it. It wasn't as extravagant as I expected. I mean, what could you do with a desert? I thought it was going to be way more environments. I thought I was going to see a whole different sort of mirage compilation or just a whole bunch of variety in terms of landscape. But they stuck with the desert. I mean, the damn movie's called Doom, so I don't know what I expected. That's not necessarily a letdown, but it's just something I thought would have been different. I really did like the ship design. I told you, it looks like a firefly or a dragonfly or whatever, but it was just really cool. Their technology was cool, as well as their rooms or courtrooms. They were very unique design and set pieces. One thing I will have to say, though, is it was a little bit confusing. I think I kept mixing up the word for, I kept calling them, I don't know, I might not have, I have to look back on my recording, but I think I called them the Ferrum, but they're the Fremen. I don't know why, it's so hard to remember that. And then his house name was the, it started with an A. They made the language in this so difficult to understand. It's not really, but the words are so exotic in comparison, because again, anytime we have a movie, obviously, if it's in America, it's going to be in English 99% of the time. So, of course, when there's words that derive from a different culture, it's so out of place within the English language that it's hard, for myself at least, to comprehend these things. So when they had all these fancy names like the hard cannons and so whatever, the people helping them to destroy the I can't remember their house. This is driving me insane. But that's why it was so easy, because the main character's name was Paul. I'm like, you have all these extravagant names, and his name is Paul. So it works. It worked. It helped me out. It was easier to remember. Jason Momoa played Duncan. I mean, that's still pretty easy to know. I don't even know his mother's name. I don't remember his mother's name ever being anything besides mother. Same with his dad. I don't know what his dad's name was. I don't know what Josh Brolin Thanos' name was. They just called him Thanos because, come on, dude. His voice, man, so good. Zendaya, I forget what her name was in this movie. I don't think they even mentioned it. He just kind of had like visions of her on and off. Yeah, again, it wasn't rightly fair to me to compare this to Avatar, or well, fair to you, for me to compare this to Avatar before I even watched this. It was just sort of one of those things because they were revving it up to be, again, this visual and more of an experience rather than sitting and watching a movie for entertainment. It was more of, again, the experience type, going to a stadium, going to a concert or whatever. It's more about how you feel, how you react, what you see. It really indulges all the senses. It's minus smell and touch. But that's what it's living it up to be. And I thought it did deliver. Again, as I said, wasn't right for me to compare it to Avatar because I just had this idea like, oh my god, it's going to be all this like neon plants and lights and beautiful starry night and shit. And it was nothing like that. It was very barren, desolate. I mean, again, it's a desert. So they nailed that atmosphere because it really did feel like, wow, this shit is dry. Not in content, but again, going from an environmental perspective, as well as their costume design in particular, their armor, it was very... It was unique, don't get me wrong, but it fit the tone of what they were going for. It all felt like it was sort of sapped of any character, if that makes sense. I know it sounds bad, it makes them sound like they're lazy on their costume design, but it worked for the scenery that they're going for. Because you have this idea, again, of the desert, it's very dry, it's very open, and it's a very hostile environment. So they went for this more rugged, I wouldn't say renegade, but it was not necessarily gritty, but again, it had that desert vibe, or just very scavenger type of look. All the armor did in particular. And again, with the where they had to like breathe and have the gross ass sweat water and rag over their head and stuff to block out the sun, and then the armor was very tattered and worn down. Again, as I mentioned earlier, just a very rugged vibe, but it completely works for this in terms of what they're playing with in the playfield, with a desert and the plot. As I said, I was confused on a bit of things because you had this mention of, it's not like the Imperials or the Empire, it's the Imperium with the Emperor. From my understanding, he sort of double-crossed the Paul's house. Again, it starts with an A, I just can't remember it for some reason, by siding with who he was supposed to get rid of, which is the Harkonnens and the who joined forces with them. So apparently he feared their house, and so what they were trying to say at the end is, with Paul and his mom and stuff, that they need to sort of unite the other houses to go against the Imperium, to go against the Emperor. And then Paul just came up with the idea, it's like, yo, the Emperor doesn't have any sons, he's got a bunch of daughters. I'll marry one of them, I'll be Emperor, and I'll make all your problems go away. I'm like, quite the ambition on him at the end, but I mean, he kind of had foresight where he was back on, I think it was on his home planet, but he had blue eyes because he's with the Fremen. There we go, I said it right. And it's just, again, it was weird from that standpoint because it did confuse me because you had the Harkonnens and they had a very unique look. Again, all of these people you just kind of describe as humanoid, but some of them addressed Paul as human. So I'm like, are they sort of distinguishing themselves as, hey, I'm not a human, or is it just humanoid species but are different? And also Dave Bautista's character called Oscar Isaac's character, Paul's father, no. The Baron, who's Dave Bautista's uncle in this, called Oscar Isaac's character cousin, to my knowledge, if I remember that correctly, if I heard it correctly. So they're related somehow? It's why I'm wondering, like, how did they develop their look? Because obviously they're unique with the sort of hairless and they're very pale. And the Baron was quite large and he can also levitate and shit. So I'm wondering, with their specific culture, is it more so tradition or is it how they actually look? And that would bring up the question about species and evolution. And as I was wondering, are these just humanoid races or are they all derived from the same human race? Because again, it said the year 10,000. So obviously if they do that, then it makes me think, hey, this is 8,000 years in the future when we develop, interplanetary solar system travel and whatnot, expand and develop new cultures and new sovereign states or whatnot. So it's just, it ponders a lot of questions and it begs a lot of questions more like. And again, with these names, it was just so confusing for me. At first, I was like, there's just so much knowledge going on. I hate to say this, but I almost wanted it to be like sort of a tutorial because, again, I hate to bring up Avatar, but I just felt they did a better job of explaining it because they're like, oh, you're on Pandora, there's a race, and essentially we just got to get metal from their planet. I mean, that plot was a lot less condensed in comparison to this. But after, when you get your feel for it, then it becomes a lot easier to be like, oh, I know what this is, or I know what this is. So I wouldn't change anything about it, but I'll admit, when I initially watched it, I was so overwhelmed. If you watch any of my other reactions, you would know that this is probably the least I've ever talked in reaction. And you're probably like, yes, this bastard finally shut the hell up. But it was because I knew that this was a movie I was not accustomed to, and I had no idea what it was about going in, so I wanted to be able to absorb it properly and not just talk over all the dialogue and miss like names, specifics, and sort of get an understanding of the lore. And again, it's one part I'm still unclear about is this sort of idea of the voice. It's like a vocal version of the Force, and obviously it's weird because it runs through females more potently, or at least I hate to call him a cult, but I forget like the order his mom is a part of, or at least that she was interacting with, wanted her to have daughters rather than him. But apparently since he's a male and he has the gift, he's special, and he's some, I forget the name, but he's essentially like this prophet / chosen one type of figure who's supposed to unite people. And so it's interesting because then as the end that you saw that they didn't believe in him. I don't rightly know if they believe in him now because he just won like a trial by combat. They could just make him a good warrior, not this sort of figure or icon that's supposed to be a beacon of hope. So very interesting there. I am sad that was part one. I enjoyed it, but again, I just wish that it would continue because again, as they said at the end, it's like this is the only beginning. So it does open up the future for more movies. And with that being said, I would like them to branch out to like a new location because we focused this whole thing on the desert. And obviously, as a franchise and as a series, you kind of have to evolve. I know it's called Dune, but I just feel like they should, at least in the sequel, I'm assuming they're going to make a sequel, do another location where it's very diverse and it differs greatly from the previous adaptation, which would be this film, or excuse me, installment. So yeah, I enjoy this movie. I didn't love it because again, most of that has to do with my confusion, and it was just a little bit different than what I thought. But I did thoroughly enjoy this, and I think one of the coolest, my favorite scene, I think, was when they were first just sort of hovering. When they were collecting the spice. Oh yeah, the spices. That whole thing is weird to me. I still don't understand. They call it spices, but I think the Fremen eat them. That's why they get the blue eyes. And then other people use them as fuel, and it's the most like valuable thing in the universe. That's one thing I think is a little weird. Couldn't they think of another name instead of spices? Because like I have spices in the kitchen. I use that on like food and shit. I don't know why they're like, hey, spices, fuel. It's a little odd to me. But I don't know. It is what it is. It's whoever wrote this, it was their choice. So, spices. Yeah. Cool. Yeah. As I was saying before this, I think I was talking about the second one. No. I was talking about my favorite scene. Again, when the machine was collecting the spices and they were in their little plane helicopter things, and then the sandworm was coming for the first time. It was such a tense moment, but it was also laying the foundation of the exploration. It was your first time really getting a grasp for the environment and how their way of life is, and also presenting the danger of the sandworms and the dune. Not to, you know what I mean, say the title. It just, again, going back to Avatar, I hate to say this, but it did remind me of the first time you really got the first grasp of Pandora when they were exploring, when he was in his avatar. And it was just reminding me of like the first time they saw the floating islands, or he went with something Atiri. His girlfriend in the movie, the blue lady, played by Gamora's actress, Zoe. Zaldana. I'm sorry, I'm terrible with names, but it just reminded me of that when you're first getting like a layer of environment. It was like the cool floating shit. It had a similar vibe, but it was much more just like sapped of all the life. I know it sounds bad, but it's completely two different environments. So from this standpoint of the movie, that scene in particular just had the same emotions or vibes that those Avatar scenes presented for myself, because again, it was like their first initial look upon what it's like, how things work there, and really get you an understanding of like the, not necessarily conditions, but the stakes of the movie, the stakes of what things mean to the characters, and how they're facing dangers and how they're sort of approaching the situation. So I just thought that was a cool scene altogether. But yeah, I enjoyed this one. This is probably going to take me so long to edit. It's a long movie, 2.5 hours. So for those of you watching, if you left before you saw my post-reaction discussion, that's fine. I wish you the best of wishes, even though you'll never know I said it. And for those of you who are watching now, which is definitely a select few because I talk for a long time, and I don't think of myself as the most entertaining when I'm trying to give you my reaction and thoughts. So for those of you watching now, I appreciate you taking the time to view what I have to say. And again, I apologize if I just, it's what I do. I just talk. I just spew shit. And it's just fuel and filter for your ears. So yeah, like I said, I enjoyed this one. Next movie, I promise, will be X-Men 2. I've been wanting to watch that for so long, but there was DC Fandom and then this movie coming out. I was originally going to do X-Men. I was like, shit, Dune's coming out. Gotta watch that. So next movie, not next video, will be X-Men. Yeah, I'm excited for that one. I'm going to have to rewatch the first X-Men because it's been like 2 weeks now and I just want to go and like refreshed because I've been dabbling in all these different franchises right now. So yeah, until then, I will catch you folks in the next video.